Lord Ganesh is honored as the god of wisdom, prosperity, good fortune, and destroyer of evil. Hence, we call upon the Gandhi Memorial School learners to perform the Ganesh Vandana in the Puja dance.
That was a very nice performance by the young girls today. Now I'd like to call upon Ms. Cindy Tabin Valodia, the chairperson of the Capetown Cultural Society, to share some words.
Our faith and resilience navigated us through one of the toughest periods of our time, the COVID pandemic. It is with that resilience that the Capetown Cultural Society have continued to commemorate this day for decades. Shri Kirtibai, Smrutiben, Shri Ashokbai, Shri Vidyaben, Shri Umaben, Shri Rajabai, respected elders, loving children, Namaste. On behalf of the Management Committee of the Capetown Cultural Society, I extend a warm welcome to all. Mahatma Gandhi's contribution to the world, which altered society, and specifically India and South Africa, are one of many reasons we commemorate this day today. It is important that on occasions like these, we remember Gandhiji's philosophies and that we try to understand and live up to them. Mahatma Gandhi taught by example and lived his life in terms of his core beliefs: truth, satya, non-violence, ahimsa, welfare accord, servitude, and peaceful protest, Satyagraha. His first and second convictions, truth and non-violence, are the foundations of his philosophy. His third conviction, welfare of all, was that no society, state, or other institution has any worth or importance apart from its part in contributing to the growth of the individual of which it is composed. This day is also known as the International Day of Non-Violence because Gandhiji was a preacher of non-violence and was a symbol of peace and honesty. The popular South African saying, India gave us a Mohandas, we gave them a Mahatma. What does that mean to you? Not to answer this here, of course, but to reflect on how we as individuals and the community have been influenced by this great soul's ideology and philosophies. The father of our nation, Nelson Mandela, was inspired by Gandhiji's profound principle of Satyagraha. These two great men never met, but were companions in their struggles nonetheless. Mandela ji drew on Gandhiji's words, ethics, and experience. The two have a lot in common, including their formidable ability to resist, their spirit of harmony, universal ethics, and today their status as icons. Let us strive to be influenced by their universal ethics and compassion. As we celebrate Gandhiji's 153rd birth anniversary, let us recall Gandhiji's indismissible contribution to South Africa and to India's independence and his groundbreaking ideals of ethics and ahimsa. Let us stand proud to be Indian and to transform our lives by practicing these principles in our daily lives. Let us be the change we want to see in the world. Namaste.
And now we would like to please call upon our guest of honor, the Consulate General of India in Cape Town, Mr. Ashok Bhai Babu, to say some inspiring words.
Namaste and good morning to all of you. I thank Sangeeta Ben and CHCS for all the cooperation and support for making this event happen. It's good to see so many faces on a Sunday morning and it's to be a pleasant day today. And as things are opening up, I hope we will have more cooperation and support to hold more community events in the future. Sangeeta Ben, I should say that you have made my job very easy because you have covered almost everything what Gandhi stood for. They always say men and women of great stature don't leave us but live in the ideals they leave behind. He was born in India but became a political activist in South Africa, took it back to India, and you know all the history that modern India went through. He died in 1948, long back now if you look back. I don't know how many were born before that. Must be one or two in this room, maybe not more than 5. So what makes us to celebrate that even today, his birthday celebration, his birthday anniversary? That is what we need to think about today. Because he's a man of last century, if you think in terms of numbers. But still, he is still relevant. He is still relevant today, he will be relevant tomorrow because of his principles. After he was gone, the legacy was not forgotten. It was invoked by the civil rights movement in the US in the 1950s and 60s. Martin Luther King Jr. was inspired by him. He has quoted him. Then we had not many movements in India and elsewhere in the world which invoked his principles, which used his imagery, which used his words. This continues even today. And if you talk about personalities, there are many of them who are inspired by him from across walks of life, not necessarily politicians alone. There are some anecdotes which I read and which stayed with me for long. One was from Albert Einstein. Just like Mandela and Gandhi, Albert Einstein and Mahatma Gandhi never met. They were pen friends. To a generation of now, I think pen friends would be an alien concept because we have face-to-face communication on a daily basis. Nobody has pen friends now. The pen friends are only meeting through letters. We don't have even letters now. So, only getting letters from him, this man was inspired by Gandhi. In 1930s, Einstein used to have 3 portraits in his personal room. Those were Max Planck, Michael Faraday and Gandhiji. You know, Max Planck, a Nobel laureate, and Michael Faraday was he was the master of electrochemistry. He has so many things behind his name, celebrated physicist. In 1950s, Einstein removed the other 2 portraits. He only had Mahatma Gandhi. When they asked him, he just said, you know, they were great people. No doubt Max Planck and Michael Faraday will live forever. But what happened in physics, what they invented was misused in making an atom bomb. An atom bomb caused humanitarian disaster. He said, I can't accept that. But Gandhi's principles will stay forever and he will be relevant forever. It will be for humanitarian causes. It will only improve the world. So he said, that will stay with me. It was an irony that 1999 Time magazine listed the persons of the century. And it was Albert Einstein who was ranked first and second was Gandhiji. One Indian scholar said Einstein would have been deeply unhappy if he saw this. Second person was Obama. Obama in 2009, after he became president, was asked in a public interview, not in India but in the US, they asked him, if you want to have dinner with someone, who will that be? He said it was Mahatma Gandhi. And it did not stop there. In 2020, he released his memoir, in which he said it was Abraham Lincoln, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, and Gandhi who inspired him into politics. This is a very recent one, not more than 2 years. So you can just see how he is living amongst us. And last one, Nelson Mandela, father of this country. We all know that he did an armed struggle when he was young, when he was in 60s. Because he felt at that time that this regime cannot be defeated without weapons. Non-violent resistance won't work. You know the history, he served a long prison sentence, he came out, and when he came out, he was a Gandhian. He wanted to take the path of reconciliation. I think most of you here, Indian South Africans, proud Indian South Africans, you all have seen how it worked. What was the result of that reconciliation? Everyone thought South Africa will go into a civil war. Everyone said it is a matter of time this country will break into pieces. But it has lived and is getting stronger. A rainbow nation cannot be without reconciliation, and that was the message he gave to the people. And he did it from the front. When the first government was formed, he was the president, and the deputy president was an ex-apartheid leader. So that was the inspiration he is giving to people. And last, if you want to hear about his principles, Anita Ben has already said enough. Non-violent resistance, he always said consensus and persuasion live longer. If you want a social change, it has to be with consensus. You cannot kill each other, the society won't be there to live in then. Faith. He said celebrate your own faith, but still have a large enough heart to accept others. His dearest friend, who was not an Hindu, he was a Christian, C.F. Andrews. Environment. His non-violence was not limited to society and personal relationships or in politics. It was even on the environment. He was a very, very frugal man, very, very resource sensitive, resource conserving, and he encouraged others also to do the same. How can it help us today? We can think of using lesser plastics, could be thinking about recycling, could be reusing, so it is still relevant. And the last one is conduct in public life. You know, these days, social media, everyone says, has lost a lot of animosity because people just cannot take criticism. He was a man who ran more than 2 newspapers. He started that when he was in South Africa. And whenever he said something, if there was a critic, his political opponent was also able to write in his newspaper. He allowed them to critique on his thoughts, his conduct in his own newspaper. And he had no problems with that. He thought that would reveal his weaknesses, make him better. These qualities are becoming rarer by the day. They are running out of fashion. But if you deeply think about all this, they are still very relevant to us. It will make our life better, it will make the world better. Till these principles will be valid and relevant, Gandhi will still live. Thank you.
The Gandhi Jamnaden group song to be performed by the Gandhi Memorial School team, led by Rukshmani Ben and Guruji.
बिरुद नहीं है ये हकीकत ऐसा जीवन जी दिखाया हमने ये सच्ची पाके बंधु है प्रभु के थे सच्चे पाके बंदे वो प्रभु के औरत पूरी वसुंधरा के बढ़ाया गौरव भारत माँ का सच का उजाला फैलाया उन्होंने बढ़ाया गौरव भारत माँ का सच का उजाला फैलाया उन्होंने
For being what you were and making us what we are. Gurave Namaha.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. सप्त स्वरामृत ज्ञान प्रदाय गुरवे नमः. ईश्वरनन्दित श्रुति तत्त्वाय गुरवे नमः. गमगधीभावर सरसिताय गुरवे नमः. मम विधिन्द्रगणवरिन्दं सद्गुरुं नमः. गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरु देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरु देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः.
माटी पुकारे तुझे देश पुकारे आजा रे अब आजा रे भूले हम रहे हमें राह दिखा दे आजा रे राह दिखा दे ऐनक पहनी लाठी पकड़ी चलते थे वो शान से जालिम का पे घर 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 सुनकर उनका नाम रे हो पल था उनका छोटा सा और सरपट उनकी चाल रे दूल्हे से पतले से थे वो चलते सीना तान गे
Suke la lakdi sarko ke bijo sura manu pai se
एक और मत रोमाने हो तेरो नाम मोहन लाल से हथियावा सकरी जैसे हथियावा सकरी जैसे हथियावा साथ से सत्य उन्हें अहिंसा उन्हें जोड़े नाग जीती जाए से सियावर रामचंद्र की जय
So, I'd like to just mention that the gentleman that you just heard sing now was my guru 52 years ago. He's the one that taught me that what I'm able
ओम नमस्तु गुरुवे तस्मै गायत्री रूपिणी सदा यस्य वाक्मुक्तं हन्ति विश्वं संसार संयुगम् परमात्मा ऋषियों गुरु चेतना ने कोटि कोटि वंदन प्रणाम। Most honorable our chief guest Shri Ashok Babuji, वंदनीय विद्यालय प्रिंस छोटे लाल छोटे कन्हैया रेयान जी, the chairperson of the Cap Hindu Culture Society वंदनीय संगीता बेन, coordinator of मंदिर समिति respected हरीश भाई, today he is not present here, but we can't avoid, neglect or forget that name, dear Jawahir Bhai, who is the coordinator of Gandhi Memorial School, trustee chairman, respected Bharat Bhai, आदरणीय ट्रस्टी एंड मेंबर respected Laurav Bhai, all officials, members of the Cap Hindu Culture Society, dear all small children, teenager, youth, and all parents, all community members, and last but not least, dear directors of this program, Vandaniya Priyanka and Swalo Bhai, dear Bhai Prashant. It is very difficult to say or to express the significance of this day, importance of Bapu, and as our respected Sarji did tell, yesterday he was most relevant person, today he is most relevant person, and tomorrow also believe he will most relevant person of this century, not this century, but of the existence of this planet Earth. We have no quality, we have no efficiency, we have no ability to express the importance of Bapu's teaching and Bapu's life. We are celebrating his Janma Jayanti. It is our fortune, we are lucky. And by celebrating this Janma Jayanti, he doesn't require anything, wherever he is, wherever his soul is. If we are ready to accept the blessing of his teaching, if we have in our intention, true intention, to transform our life, if we are really, truly honest with our heart, with our mind and with our lives, to have most benefit, to have most important things, blessing of his teaching, then believe me, still we can receive lots of blessing from Bapu's Chetna. Because Bapu, Gandhi Bapu, was not the person of politics. Many people recognize him, he had not a single bit of interest in politics. If he had wish or desire in his heart to be a Prime Minister of India, each and every person of the India was ready to give him a position of Prime Minister of India. But when we were getting freedom and the flag was hosting of our Indian flag was hosting of freedom, at that time he was serving to mankind in some corner of Noah Creek. Because he was not the person of politics. He was not person who had the intention to get name and fame. He hadn't any kind of intention which normally used to read in books, and the character and the personality and life which we read in his autobiography, he was much more higher and much more deeper personality in actual life. Why, you know? You know why? Because in each and every cell, Ram Nam was there. And Ram means ultimate truth. Krishna means ultimate truth. Shiv means ultimate truth. Jagdamba means ultimate truth. And the person who is believed and who is the person to walk on the path of ultimate truth, this whole planet is very small to introduce, to give introduction of Bapu. રોહિતભાઈ ગીત ગાયું છે એમનું મન ગમતું ગીત એના એક the all characteristics of Vaishnava Janto તેને રે કહીએ. If you take with your pen, was this character there in Bapu's life? You will have to take it right, yes. Because of time limit, I am not going into the deep characteristics, quality of Bapu. Please, I have only one request to all of you. If we will, with our honesty of heart, with our honesty of mind and with our honesty of action, if we will try to stand in front of Bapu, and if we will ask to Paramatma, Hey Paramatma Almighty, please give some lines about the Bapuji, so Paramatma will tell us in our ear, in our heart and in our mind, if we are ready to listen it in this 4 lines. और जब विधि ने लेख लिखा तो दुनिया पड़ गई चक्कर में. और जब विधि ने लेख लिखा तो दुनिया पड़ गई चक्कर में. एक मोहन मथुरा में जन्मा और एक मोहन पोरबंदर में. और जब विधि ने लेख लिखा तो दुनिया पड़ गई चक्कर में. एक मोहन मथुरा में the birth who take in Mathura was Mohan, that Krishna Kaniya having flute in his hand and Sudarshan Chakra in his hand. That was also Mohan. He was also Mohan. He was born in Mathura. एक मोहन मथुरा में जन्मा और एक मोहन पोरबंदर में. He was also Mohan. Difference is he was Mohan and he is Mohan Das. Only this difference. So if we will stand up in front of Bhagwan, he will say this line in our heart. If we are ready to listen it, if our eyes are open, if our ears are open, if our hearts are open, Paramatma will tell us, that third force will tell us that Gandhi Bapu, for celebration of Gandhi Bapu, any place of the world is very small place. Because his connection was with Ram Nam. His connection was with Vaishnava Jan. His connection was with all that, to stay far from all 7 deadly sins which Mishai did read here. He was, many people has different idea. Bapu yam karyu, na bapu yam karyu, thi karyu. We are very, very small to calculate his life. Ketlaye loko, Bapu was very, very fond of, not only fond of, but he was telling to maintain and to keep alive our language. So autobiography of Bapu, if you read in Gujarati, you will find some different feelings, different vibrations, because he has written it in Gujarati, his own language. So absolutely whole vibrations and energy you can feel, because he is reading, he is writing at that moment by his પ્રાણ શક્તિ. તો એટલે હું છું ત્યારે શ્રદ્ધાંજલિના રૂપમાં થોડાક શબ્દો ગુજરાતીમાં કહું છું. બાપુનું મૂલ્યાંકન, એનું કેલ્ક્યુલેશન કરનારા આપણે કોણ? બાપુ, ઘણા લોકો ટીકા કરશે, બાપુએ આમ કર્યું, બાપુએ આમ કર્યું. અરે ભાઈ, એને જે કર્યું એના માટે એ સ્તર જોઈએ. આપણે તો હાવ બીજી રીતે નહીં, પેલું કહે છે ને ગુજરાતીમાં પણ, નથી દીઠી ભૂખ જેને એ ભૂખ પર બોલે, અનીતિમય જીવન જેનું એ નીતિ પર બોલે, પરાઈ નારીને જોઈને જેના નયન આમ તેમ ડોલે, એ ભર સભા વચ્ચે ઊભો થઈને પાછો બ્રહ્મચર્ય પર બોલે. You have no right, you have no quality, you have not a single beat of that base that you can calculate, you can think, you can say any kind of negative thing about Bapu. What he has committed mistake, he has accepted already, and he has written in his book. Now with our own negativity, with our own mindset, with our own, we are very too small to calculate his life. So આજે આપણે છેલ્લે હવે we are going towards our concluding ceremony. થોડુંક હિન્દીમાં પણ બોલવું જોઈએ આપણે, કારણ કે બાપુ હિન્દીને રાષ્ટ્રભાષા બનાવવા માંગતા હતા. बापू के जन्मदिन पर हम कुछ न कर सके, चलेगा? सीजी ऑफिस की ओर से हमको बढ़िया प्रसाद मिलेगा, वो आपको पैकेट मिलेगा, खाएंगे, बापू को याद करेंगे, ठीक है. एक काम जरूर करिएगा प्लीज, यदि आप कर सके तो. हाँ, आप जहां से भी आते हैं, ओरिजिनली इंडिया के जो भी हैं, जहां से भी आते हैं, आप अपनी भाषा को जीवंत रखना. नंबर 1, अपने बच्चों के साथ जैसे ही आप अपने हाउस में एंटर होते हैं, अपने घर में दाखिल होते हैं, तो यदि आप पंजाबी हैं तो आप अपने बच्चे के साथ पंजाबी में बोलिए. यदि आप बंगाली हैं, अपने बच्चों के साथ बंगाली में बोलिए. यदि आप मल्टीकल्चरल लैंग्वेज से आते हैं, क्योंकि कई लोग क्या, जैसे अपने अशोक जी का है, तो आप उसको मल्टीकल्चरल लैंग्वेज सिखाइए. एक काम कर सकते हैं हम, बस ये तो भी बड़ी. यदि आप गुजरात से हैं, ओरिजिनली आपके पिताजी, दादाजी, माताजी जो भी यहां से, तो प्लीज मन में रखिए कि बाहर के लोग तो नहीं जानते गुजराती, हिंदी, बंगाली, पंजाबी, मराठी, हरियाणवी, तो उनके साथ तो इंग्लिश में बोलना ही पड़ेगा और बोलना चाहिए। मगर मैं तो जानता हूं, मेरे घर में तो कोई बाहर वाले नहीं आ रहे। मैं घर में अपने बच्चों के साथ, लोग बहाना क्या बताते हैं, अरे हम तो उसको बोलते हैं हमारी लैंग्वेज में, मगर वो इंग्लिश में जवाब देता है। भाई साहब, बस ये माइंड से हम गांधी जी को नहीं पहचान सकते। बस यही सो ऑब्स्टिकल्स हमारा अपना ओन एक्सक्यूजेस है, जो हमारा माइंड हमको चीटिंग करता है, वही तो है ऑब्स्टिकल। इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं, आप कुछ न करिएगा, इतना मन में बस बसा के जाना कि हम घर में जाएंगे तो बाहर की सारी भाषाएं बंद, हम अपनी लोकल लैंग्वेज बोलेंगे और आपकी लोकल लैंग्वेज के साथ प्लस एक ऐड लैंग्वेज करना, यदि हो सके तो हिंदी भी आप बोलना, हिंदी को भी ऐड करना, ठीक है ना। तो एक बहुत बड़ी सेलिब्रेशन की आपकी सफलता मानी जाएगी। हम प्रयास करते हैं, हम यहाँ से बहुत सारा प्रयास करते हैं और पूरी कैप हिंदू कल्चरल सोसाइटी के माध्यम से हमारे सब मेंबर्स और जो भी हमारे आदरणीय ऑफिसर्स हैं, ट्रस्टीज हैं और सबको उसमें मदद भी करते हैं, है ना। और इसी का कारण है कि 13 साल से ये क्रम हमारा चल रहा है। गांधी जयंती, राष्ट्रध्वज का आरोहण, 26 जनवरी, 15 अगस्त, रामकृष्ण परमहंस जयंती, विवेकानंद जयंती और सारी चीजें और सब सारे फेस्टिवल, आप उसमें अपना योगदान जरूर दीजिएगा, ठीक है। और बिफोर आई से थैंक यू टू ऑल ऑफ यू, माननीय संगीता बेन, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर वेरी लविंग good wishes on my birthday. Thank you very much, all of you. Before we do Shanti Part and Raghupati Raghav Dhuns, all elders, people who are sitting here, I would like to request, my heartfelt request, please give a big hands to all participant children and please. Thank you. Now, three clapping for their parents and guardians. 3 tali. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Now, dear Priyanka Ben and dear
To encourage wider participation, the painting competition was held for 2 age groups, that is 5 to 10 years and 10 to 15 years. Wow! The children, that is the future generation of India, couldn't and for that matter wouldn't have hoped a better occasion than the birth anniversary of the father of our nation to receive their prizes and certificates. I can already see the enthusiasm among the children and the feeling of immense satisfaction among the parents for reaping the benefits of their hard work in preparing the children. May I now request Honorable Consul General Mr. P.K. Ashok Babu to felicitate the winners and participants. Please, sir.
I would take the liberties and invite Sangeeta Ben. Please come. And you, sir, the eldest person in the gathering, also to come bless the children and for more in the future.
They'll take it from you.
The first prize in the age group 5 to 10 years goes to Master Arush Srinath Venkat. Please come. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Second prize in the age group of 5 to 10 years, Miss Hannah Manu. Please come. Thank you. Now, the first prize for the age group 10 to 15 years goes to Miss Arya Sandeep Gholpade. Please come. Thank you. Second prize for the age group 10 to 15 years goes to Master Soham Basu. Please come. Now it's time to give away certificate for participation for the said competition. First, 5 to 10 years. First, we'll announce names for the 5 to 10 years. First is Ayushman Sharma. Please. Next, Miss Mansi Chaurasia, 5 to 10 years age group. Miss Mansi Chaurasia. I think she is not here. Okay. Next, Master Rayan Pulyadi Ashok Babu. Next, Miss Ria Dhawan. Miss Ria Dhawan, please. Thank you. Next, Master Shashwat Bhushan. I think they are not here. Next, in the same category, Miss Sanvi Hemant Dhavale. Okay. Now it's time to give the 10 to 15 years age group. Master Mishay Bhika. Thank you.
I would invite Mr. Arun Prag. Please come and felicitate the kids.
Next, Miss Smriti Bhushan, in the age group category 10-15. No? Miss Vajra Kirtan, in the age group 10 to 15 years. Please come. Once again, congratulations and for the participation and for winning the prizes. On behalf of the Consulate General of India, Cape Town, we thank everyone for being part of this ceremony. Now, I would like to hand over the stage to Mr. Prashant.
Sita रघुपति राघव राजा राम